Wow. Good job, guys.
Such good at ease.
Man,
This is
I
a
wish
singing podcast.
I wonder what would happen if
Welcome
we
to the Glee podcast.
started singing. You think we naturally would harmonize and be good at it?
Nope. That's a no.
Yeah, I feel like
It's a no for me,
match
man.
pitch.
Wow, it was
I have-
wishful thinking, but
I have no harmony, pitch. I can't sing at all.
you can't be tone deaf like Tim, though.
Nobody's tone deaf like Tim. Not anyone on
Tone
this
deaf
world.
Tim.
Tone deaf. That's what we call him.
Meat
Tone
bucket Tim.
deaf.
He's a man
Oh.
of many names.
All right.
Hi.
Oh, and that's Liam.
And that's Liam.
Out of here.
Welcome back
Tree
to
Hill Talk.
Tree Hill Talk.
The One Tree Hill podcast.
Yay.
We do watch One Tree Hill every week, and then we talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Ingrid.
I'm Liz.
And now Michelle.
There she is.
Took her a minute.
Do you guys notice I'm low? I'm curious. When
Let
people
us know.
listen-
Give us some feedback. Do you think Michelle is low? We know she is.
Not
so
low to the ground,
not- yeah.
just low.
Her tone,
Voice.
when she speaks naturally, her tone is low. Mm-hmm. But yet, it's
not,
funny
though.
because the pitch of your voice isn't low.
Yeah.
But then when you get in like the flow of conversation and you're just like,
You chill.
it just
out.
chills. It's a chill, you know? We all have the chill.
Chill tone.
Except for me, apparently, but we all have the chill.
Liz has
I
no
have
chill.
no chill. Zero chill.
She operates at one level.
Yeah.
And it's loud.
Yeah, it's loud.
Yeah.
The opposite of chill.
Yeah. Sometimes it's nasally and loud, and sometimes it's manly and loud, you know, all the things.
It's okay.
So we watched episode 8 today.
Of season
9.
9.
Man.
What a doozy. Okay, the title,
Yeah.
A Rush of Blood to the Head.
That's
Pretty fitting.
pretty
Very fitting because a lot of people got
rushed
some
of
shocking
blood to the head.
Every character had something shocking happen to them.
Some people got beat up. People got mind fucked. You know, all the
People's
things.
attackers came out of prison.
Yeah.
Freezer's open.
The freezer is not open at One Tree Hill. The freezer's open in our studio.
I was like, is this a keyword?
The freezer's
something?
open. I just noticed. Yeah. So a lot of crazy things have happened
I
tonight.
feel like all the blood in the audience's heads rushed.
Huh? Particularly one storyline that I can't wait to dive into.
Oh,
Too bad it's at the end.
right? I wish it was sooner.
Oh,
I'm so excited because it's the most hated storyline.
Really?
One Tree Hill. Yeah. pretty
On
much.
One Tree Hill
Like-
history?
A lot of people hate it.
Wow.
Wow.
See, I find it to be fascinating.
I have a lot of
I have
questions
a lot.
and concerns.
I have a lot of things to say. Well,
Okay.
let's just go right
Yeah.
into the black screen.
Black screen,
as
One
normal.
Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill. Okay. And we open up.
Dan's
Open up.
outside
Danny
the billiards.
Punching some bro.
Blue Post Billiards.
Oh, you got the name.
Yes, I did. And he follows a gentleman
Out into the alley.
And punches him.
beats the shit out of him.
As Dan does.
Right.
And then Julian said, did you find any leads or something? And Dan's like, yeah, I found one.
Yeah.
Getting myself back into
Yeah.
jail.
Julian was like, who was that? And he's like, a lead. And then he says how he's going to.
Now I go back to prison.
Back to prison he goes.
Okay.
Yeah. Which at first I was like, okay, Dan's going to go back because he's about to do shit. But Dan
Yeah.
just went back to visit.
Yeah, he beat
Just
the
jump.
shit out of someone, but just went to go visit
Yeah.
Yeah.
jail. Okay.
Then we have Brooke is hanging up a help wanted sign at Karen's Cafe.
And the bosses are really cool.
The bosses are really cool. And you see the Nate missing poster.
Aw.
And then who shows up but Xavier? And he wants a
bye.
job.
Like, bye, Felicia, please.
He wants a job.
And, like, you have to laugh at him. Like, are you serious?
He's obviously tormenting her.
Yeah, he's so annoying.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, Sully, you're here for the podcast?
all just we're having multiple visitors. Hello.
Little friends today.
So, Xavier wants a job. Brooke pretty much says, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Takes down the sign and
Position's been filled.
position has been filled. Go away.
Yeah.
Here she is,
He's being an asshole.
He is being an asshole.
He is an asshole.
He's
No,
lurking.
Yeah. And tormenting.
He's a lurkin' durkin.
He's lurking, lurking. Then we have Clay flying the planes.
With Logan.
Who has
Logan.
bleached blonde hair.
New bleached blonde hair. I mean, it was definitely on the blonder
it was
side,
like a
but this
sandy,
is like
dirty blonde.
really blonde.
Yeah.
Like
It was
almost
colored.
yellow.
It was colored.
Yeah, and they're flying the planes,
Cor-
and they think it's really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And then they said Cobra formation.
Cobra and what's his name? I was gonna call him Nate. Clay. Sorry. Clay
remember who he
then
is?
crashes the plane, but we don't see that until after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not yet. Then we have Skills is
Mr.
walking down the street
Skills.
and he sees Miss Lauren and he's getting ready to be like,
you
oh,
look
hey,
fine,
girl. And then she gets out of the car and she's super preggers. Just very pregnant.
And he's like,
And he
hides
does
behind
like
the
any
car.
guy does and takes off running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course. All right, Chris Keller now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's talking to Chase. Chase is lying on the couch. It's like a therapy session. And they're talking about Kid Keller, a.k.a. Chuck.
Yeah, and it's Chase's last night.
Chase's
Right.
last night. Is this when Chris brings the beers? No.
No.
Not yet. Yeah, and he's sad and he's worried about Chuck. He's certain that this has happened, but Chris is like, kids get bruises.
Yeah.
Let's not worry about it. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Yeah.
I liked when Chris said, "Are there girls in your clan?"
I know.
And this is when he also did the Canadian.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah.
I
What
really
did he say?
LOL'd. I don't even something A of naturally.
Was it like right about
A boat.
a
it was
boat? No,
a
or
boat.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it was really funny.
Very funny.
And then we have Quinn and Haley. They're talking in the kitchen. They're worried about Nate. And then
Quinn's like, let's watch a movie. And Haley's like, I can't do anything right
she
now.
can't think of anything, do anything.
Because how could you?
You can't.
She's just doing her best to try to distract
she's
her.
being a good sister, but
Yeah.
there's nothing she can do.
And then
unfortunately.
Haley says, all I could think about is that phone ringing. And then, of course,
The
because it's
phone
TV, the phone
rings.
rings. And they found a body.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh.
And they need her to go identify it.
yeah.
Then we have a Clay and Logan, right?
Yep, they're flying the planes, and he crashes the plane.
He crashes it, and they talk about Dr. A. And how Logan, he answers all the questions he's supposed to, and so he gets
Not there yet,
Oh,
right? That's
really?
when they're
He asks
sitting on the
really-
bench.
He asks really hard questions. He wants to know why Clay doesn't like Dr. A. Clay says he asks really hard questions.
And this is where I wrote down that he's a ghost
child
Oh,
again.
right.
Because he's like, no, because he was like,
Yeah.
I'm leaving in a few days. I'm like, oh, he is a ghost.
Right. He did his purpose.
He did his purpose. He's on now. Oh God, now wow. I just remembered like what happens. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait to get there.
Can't wait to get to it. Then we have the Baker boys at home with Daddy Julian.
And Brooke tells Julian that Xavier's back. He's out on parole and that he was at the cafe.
Yeah.
And Julian's like, you need to tell me if he's there so I can beat him up.
And we're all just like,
He knows
you mean
people. You mean Dan
Dan
Scott's
Scott,
gonna beat him up.
AKA, I have a new best friend, Dan. He'll beat him up. He's pretty good at that. He was just punching this guy in the alley earlier. You should have seen him.
Right?
I'll kick his ass.
And then we're back to Chase, and he confronts Chuck's mom
Yeah, he goes to the house.
and dad about the bruises.
Ugh.
And
He's not taking no for an answer.
no, and he said, if I find out that this is the case, that you guys are hurting him, then I'll be back.
I was like, yes, Chase.
When he stopped the door, I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
I was very happy with
It's
that.
really nice to see him like stand up and be
Yeah.
protective over Chuck.
Yeah, because he's usually kind of silly.
right.
And he's hanging out with Chris, so it makes him even more silly and kind of like you brush off his character a little bit. And now you're like, okay, he's here for a purpose.
And
like,
he's also always wrapped up in girl drama.
yeah,
right.
we never see him with like something besides girls. And now
Yeah.
it's refreshing to see him with a new friend. And then he's
Yeah.
trying to help this kid out.
Yeah.
Who he really cares about.
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh, this is like the most powerful scene of the whole episode.
Yeah.
And I wrote, really said, Haley, I'm crying.
I just
Yeah.
tried to sum it up. A voiceover of Haley.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like her like letter to Nate.
She's
about
telling
how
this-
this like can't be the last time.
And
that
she's
talking
telling the story about the ice cream.
about-
And it was right around when Jamie was 2 years old. And it was the mint chocolate chip ice cream. And she always assumed it was his favorite. But he
Yeah.
would only pick it because it was her
favorite. Yeah.
It's
And his
so
was
sweet, sweet.
Rocky Road, I think he
Yeah.
said. Yeah.
And he always just did things for his family and
Yeah.
Haley.
Right. And she's a zombie. You know, at first she collapses and Quinn has to pick her up from the
Right.
ground. And then they get in the car and she's like still like not functioning as we would expect her to be.
Right.
And then she finally gets to the morgue and it's like slow motion and she's walking in there and Quinn's there and like looking at her like, I'm going to do the best I can for you, even though I can't do anything for you. Imagine like if this was Nate. I mean,
and then
what would she do?
Haley goes in alone. She wants to go in alone, and then they take it off, and she like starts hysterical
Oh
crying.
my God.
And she's telling them to, to cover him back up.
And as the audience, you still don't know
For sure.
if it's Nate. I mean, I assumed that it wasn't Nate.
But then who comes in the next scene?
We were
Queen.
so happy,
We were
Michelle.
so excited.
Was there a knock on the door?
No, she
right?
was in the house.
She was in
Oh,
the
she was in
house.
the house already. Okay, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
And
there's
we
no
were like,
locks.
yay!
Or Grandma Deb had a
Grandma
key from when
Deb.
she used to live there.
Of course. So Deb's
And
back.
they hug it out, and
She says, I'm so glad it wasn't him. So that's the confirmation you get.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't him.
Ugh.
And we have Deb
Deb,
looking fabulous.
as
Awesome.
always.
Of course, there's no word of where she's been.
That's
she's
okay.
just,
I'm okay with it at this point. We have to get over these things.
Yeah, I guess we do.
Right.
I
So
know.
she's back. It's funny because, like, I love seeing Deb. Don't get me wrong. When I first saw her come back, I was so excited. But, like, you'd think she'd be more concerned about her son. Like, I feel like you could tell she is worried. But, like, you'd think as a mother, you'd be, like,
Distraught.
straight bugging.
Yeah.
But I guess
Her
that's
only
Haley's spotlight of,
Yeah.
being
Right.
worried.
Maybe she's trying to
She's trying
be
to
the
keep it
strong
Be
together.
one.
strong. Yeah.
Right.
And then we have Danny Boy. He's at jail.
I wrote, Dan visits a prison buddy.
Speaking
Yeah.
to a friend.
Speaking to a friend.
And this is
who
where I was like, oh, this
knows
is what he
things.
meant about going to
Yeah.
prison.
Yeah.
This
Got
friend knows things.
And they're talking about, like, well, this guy's willing to help him because he helped him out with an issue in prison.
Yeah.
And he's, Dan's there trying to get some more information as to where,
His son is.
Nate could be, because he remembers the symbol and he remembers the
Right.
tattoo that the guy has. So he's just trying to get more information as to where Nate could be.
So smart.
Right.
Yes. Very smart.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Very buff. Very smart.
So many buff men.
Very, very buff. And that
Tan,
black tea.
Black tea.
I'm
buff.
just saying, I agree with Liz. Like,
Thank
that
you,
scene
Amy.
as, I don't know if it's just because he's so much bigger compared to the other guy that was
Yeah.
walking next to him, but I was like, the black fitted tee, he, like, his shoulders, The traps?
He looked real like
traps?
filled out, and
the
I
traps
was like,
were there. They
appreciate
were there.
it.
Just saying, they were there. All right, moving on.
Skills is at the bar
With
at
Chase.
With Chase.
Yeah.
and Chase is technically not a bar manager or bartender anymore,
Yeah.
but he lets it slide. And he gives Skills a drink because he knows that he potentially might have a baby in this world.
Right, so Skills is asking for advice, and he's like, maybe you should just talk to her. And Skills is like, man, see, this is why you're the best.
You're
And
so
you-
smart.
Yeah.
You're so smart. And Chase is like, God damn it. Like, I have so much going on right now.
Right? Yeah.
But that was a fun scene because we haven't really seen Skills and
Yeah, I know. I
Chase
missed
No.
together.
I know. I was thinking that while I was watching.
And then we're back with Clay and the doctor.
Yes.
The doctor's,
He wants to talk about the day Sarah died.
because he keeps avoiding it. He either gets up and leaves or changes the subject.
Yeah.
He'll talk before or like what happened, but not right after, like what happened right after.
Yeah.
And he keeps avoiding it and avoiding it and avoiding it.
Right. And we don't really get anywhere with this scene.
Right, no.
Next scene, though. Hi, Brooke.
Yeah. Xavier's
Brooke.
eating a pie.
His third piece of cherry pie.
Because
Because they have the best in town. He's so annoying.
He's
Bye.
trolling.
Get out.
He's trolling and torturing.
Yeah.
He's torturing me at this point. Like I feel Brooke's pain. Like just get out of here. You're annoying.
Right. He's
Yeah.
like that fly that like
You can't kill him.
but like a murderous fly.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
get out.
even Dan eventually says like he's an ex-con, like you can't trust him.
Right.
But Julian kicks him out.
Julian kicks him out.
Finally takes him like by his shirt and he like throws him
Get
out.
outta here.
He's like, I wasn't doing anything.
Every time he said that, I wanted to
it's
just
like
punch
we
him.
know you're not doing anything. Just your presence.
No,
alone
but you
isn't-
are doing something.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
on purpose.
Right.
Deb and Haley,
Yep.
Yep. She's consoling Haley.
and she said that Dan would never hurt his own son.
Yeah.
That's what he cares most about in the world. So hearing it from Deb, I think Haley was like, "Oh man, even she's like Team Dan." At
Right.
this
Well,
point.
yeah, because Dan, as terrible as he's been in the past and he's done horrible things, he never wished harm on Nate.
No,
Like,
never on his own son.
Nate was always his like one thing
Yeah.
in his world.
Right.
Right.
Like, even though he had another son, but
Who's that?
He was
again?
most proud of
Hudat,
Nate.
he was
Yeah, that's his golden boy.
Right.
So the fact that Deb's like, you know what, maybe you should talk to Dan. Like,
Right.
he's all you got, really.
Yeah.
And then speaking of Dan, we go back to jail.
Yep.
And the guy's like giving him some names of potentially
He's just
people.
naming people.
Yeah.
Many people, and then here's Dimitri.
Yeah, and then Dan has like a memory
Mm-hmm.
of when the drug dealer said Dimitri.
On the phone.
Which, did you remember that? I don't remember him saying Dimitri. I mean, obviously at that point we weren't paying attention.
Yeah, he was on the phone, and he was talking to Dimitri, and that's when Dan walked up, and that's when he remembers the name. So, I mean, how many, like you said,
Yeah,
there's
right?
That's
how many
true.
Dimitris are there in a small town?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then we have Barbecue Dave is
He's
back in town.
Uh,
Impregnating women.
Another character returning.
Right?
I mean, hey, I'm about it. Let's return them all.
Sure.
Return
we
of the
welcome all
We
all of them from
all
the
of
island.
them. Yeah.
Come
All
back.
of them are coming back.
They have a little bronzed glow to them, and
Yeah.
they're making their rounds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Barbecue Dave is at Quinn.
Having a
Oh no,
little-
was that Haley's?
I
That was
guess
Haley's
at Haley's
right?
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He
She's
wanted
like, it's nice of you.
right. Well,
be
if
here.
you think about it, he was married to Quinn.
Right.
That Nate was his brother-in-law, and I'm sure they shared holidays together. And like, he
Yeah.
wanted to pop in and see how Haley was.
But
Yeah.
clearly
And
he's
Quinn.
been in Tree Hill, though.
He's been busy.
He's been busy.
He's been a busy boy, spreading the seed.
Yeah. We have
Then
Clay
we're
again.
back with Clay and the doctor, and he keeps saying, you have to remember, you can't keep avoiding this. And Clay is just being stubborn
Yeah.
and refuses to even
And
try.
he starts the memory, but he doesn't finish. He gets up and walks out.
Yeah.
Because it's too hard
Yeah.
for him.
Chase and Chris.
Chase and Chris, and Chase is talking about, I forget exactly what the punishment is if he
It's
were
like
to
3 years in prison.
Yeah.
And all these like, military terms pretty
right,
much.
if he beats the hell out of Chuck's dad.
Yeah, because Chris is
Right.
like, if you have beer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's he's thinking about
He's going to beat the shit out of him. And
Yeah.
and he does.
foreshadowing.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
If you don't know.
With a crowbar.
Yes.
But Chris Keller promises he will look
He'll
after.
he'll look
yeah.
after
Kid
Chuck
Keller.
for him.
Kid Keller.
Kid
Kid
Keller.
Keller.
And Chase was like, "You mean that?" He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah. And then they both like sip their beers with their smirk. I'm like, oh,
I'll have one
friends."
beer then because I have to leave tonight.
Cute.
Right.
Or will he?
Or will
Or
he?
will he?
Right.
Yeah. Brooke comes and delivers some Karen's Cafe food to Haley,
to check on her.
and Haley tells her that she had to go look at a body, identify
Yeah.
a body today.
But then Brooke also tells Haley that Dan has been working with Julia.
And this whole time, Michelle and I were like, what's Brooke going to think when she finds out that Julian's getting paid by Dan?
I
And
know.
what she
Yeah.
knows this
Yeah.
whole time. So
yeah, she
alright.
knows.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all
She's
good.
like, maybe you should go talk to
Yeah.
Dan. So
It's
here's
like
another person.
Another person.
Saying like, look,
Yeah.
Dan might be your only hope here because clearly nothing's being done.
Right.
He's Obi-Wan Dan Kenobi.
That's
Oh,
right.
yes.
Yes.
And the next scene, I literally just wrote hug all in
Aw.
caps.
Yep. Deb plus Dan equals hugs. And that's where we
Yeah.
saw her be more worried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like, he's all I have. And Dan's like, I'm doing everything I possibly can.
Yeah.
And I just was
And
like,
they hugged it
"Yay, I
out.
love
It's a
you."
good scene.
It was,
It was
a good
great.
scene.
We were
Throwback.
hoping for a Dan Deb scene just to like to have them meet
I
eyes or
know.
something, but this was even better.
right?
Yeah, this is really
that
good.
like was
Yeah.
the cherry on the cake
On the
today.
Dan Sunday.
Mhm.
Those traps. All right, here we go. Then we got Dan and Julian. They're in the car.
This was the bad cop and good cop scene, as Michelle and I referenced. We're like, what the heck? They're
Yeah.
like talking to each other about the situation, but then like Dan gets in the car and says something, and then
Yeah.
Julian says something like to the audience, and then
speaks
gets
to
in the
the
car.
camera. Yeah, then they get in the
It's
car.
like a buddy
They're just
cop.
talking about Xavier and how Xavier is back, and then that's when Dan says like, "Oh, he's an ex-con. Definitely don't trust him."
And then Julian's kind of like, wait, you're an ex-con.
Yeah.
All right, let me get in this car. Like,
Yeah.
doo-doo-doo-doo. And then we have Skills and Miss Lauren. So Skills is like, yo, I'm ready to be the dad. Like, I
I can help you out.
And then she's like, oh, actually, you're not the dad. And in comes Barbecue Dave. And then we got
Yeah.
Quinn walking in. And it's just
Michelle
so
reminded me
fun.
that I made that prediction a couple weeks ago.
You did,
I'm
and
so
internally
happy.
I was like, how the actual fuck?
You know why? If they weren't married in real life, it wouldn't have came to my mind.
Yeah.
But the fact that they are married in real life, and I was like, oh, wouldn't that be a funny twist? And
then-
I'm so happy.
And then
it
inside, I'm
happened.
like, yeah, wouldn't it be so funny?
yeah, because we saw Miss Lauren pregnant with a field trip, and I was like, oh man, I wonder who she's been like banging.
And we both said, we're like, I wonder if they're going to even touch upon this.
it.
Or maybe they
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah, but now it's even better. And so is she is pregnant with his actual child.
Yes.
Right.
In real time.
And Quinn's
So-
like,
in real
oh,
time.
so this is the pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you know each other? And I'm like, well, sort of.
But it's
They're
funny because
friends.
like Miss Lauren is friends with all of them, but Miss Lauren never mentioned who the dad
Right?
was. I
Yeah.
guess to her
Because
girlfriends.
she's not that great of a friend.
You know, she just comes to events and bridal
She
showers
does.
and bachelorettes
Right,
and
right,
random
right.
trips to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
She's that friend.
She's that friend. Then we have
I've got skills, I wrote, because he gave him the card. And
Yeah.
on both sides it says,
Yeah.
I've got skills.
I've got skills.
Yeah.
That was funny.
So then Clay starts to remember, and then he walks away.
Yes.
We get like a quick little glimpse, a blurry shot of him
Yeah.
standing in front of a room.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck?
And internally, I'm screaming. Then we cut to Brooke and Quinn talking about
How weird it is.
Dave, Barbecue Dave,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and how weird it is that, you know, him and Miss Lauren are together, but, you know, Quinn has Clay.
Right.
blah,
And
blah,
she
blah.
said when she was with Dave that the kids were furthest from her mind because they moved around a lot and they were like just the hustle and bustle and they never thought of it. And Brooke's like, oh, well, what about with Clay? And she kind of just said like, oh, well, you know,
She's less concerned.
not
she's not.
concerned.
I'm not concerned. Whatever
Yeah.
happens,
Whatever
we'll
happens.
deal with it together. I'm like, oh, okay.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing for sure.
Foreshadowing,
And
you're
then it
gonna-
all like came rushing back to me. You know, when we get to the scene, I was like, oh my god, we talked about kids so much with them in the past couple of episodes. I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
duh.
well, I don't remember if it was last week or the week before when the doctor was talking to
I
Clay.
think that was last week.
And you guys were like, why do they keep bringing up kids? And I was like, just you wait.
just
Just
wait.
you
Yes.
wait. And then Xavier pops in. He's like, oh, I forgot my
Oh.
phone.
And she's
Fucking
like, get
convenient.
out.
I guess at this point, he doesn't care
He doesn't
if she
care.
calls the cops.
Yeah.
Because he's out.
She should have a restraining
But
order.
she could get a restraining
I
order.
haven't
She
done
should.
anything.
It's like,
The
would you keep
second
showing
time
up,
you said
bro?
it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now Dan and Julian arrive to their destination. They're outside of this bar. We have the drug dealer and company chilling outside.
Dan says, there's that son
And
of a
Dan's
bitch."
like, I'm just going to go talk to him. But then Julian makes a good point. Like, obviously, if this guy is in contact with Dimitri, who potentially is a person that has Nate,
not good.
not a good idea if your father, ex-con, murderer, is looking for him. And then they're going to say, oh, shit, like, let's just kill him and, you know, get it over
Right.
with. So Julian kind of talks Dan
He's the
down.
voice of reason.
Right.
Yeah.
They make a good team.
They make a really good team.
Good balance. Then we have Haley goes to the police station and she loses her shit because they're not doing enough. And they're not doing it enough because the cop is bad and he actually knows where your husband is.
Right.
And,
And
that's why nothing's being done.
It's not a priority.
But they're watching the game. It's probably the World Cup. You know, I get it.
And
She's
she like
pissed.
throws shit,
All the coffee.
all the
She
coffee
knocks
on
it all
the floor,
down.
and they're like, "Is there someone we can call?" And you see Deb comes to get her.
Yeah. So Deb's back. She picks her up.
And that's when Deb says, you should talk to Dan.
yeah,
should talk
like
to
let's
Dan.
just talk to Dan.
Think about it.
Do it.
Talk to Dan.
And then this
And
scene.
then,
Ooh,
then this is when
mama.
it starts getting
All right.
real good.
This is when shit hits the fan with everything in this episode.
literally everything.
Yeah.
So we have Chase pulling up to Chuck's house, and he
He
hears the dad beating up on Chuck. Chuck is screaming. Chuck runs outside of the house.
Oh, luckily.
Chase grabs a crowbar, goes inside, and you just see him through the window just start
God.
beating the shit out of the dad.
Like
shadows.
Oh my God.
Yeah, shadows. Thoughts?
I was like, oh man,
This is fucking dramatic.
I kind of
Horror film
laughed.
much?
I
Like-
laughed at it a little bit. 'Cause
No,
I'm
we
like,
both
this is
laughed.
so silly, dramatic. But I mean, we knew this was coming.
Yeah.
But it was like that was dramatic.
I
with the
think I
shadows.
pictured more of
like you seeing them beat each other.
Yeah,
up,
like
kind of-
fist fight.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
I didn't picture we were gonna do it behind
Yeah, like
blind.
we were.
like
I guess
curtains.
They're trying to make it that it was like so graphic that we really shouldn't be seeing it.
right. Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, it is a crowbar. It's not
Yeah.
gonna be
No,
pretty.
it's not. And you see when he gets arrested that there's blood all
Covered
over
in
his
blood.
face.
Yeah.
So did he kill the dad or not?
Oh shit.
I would hope he didn't kill him. That
Should
would
we
be
add him
real
to
bad.
our prison list?
Maybe. Well, yeah. Now at this point, he's
I
going
don't
to
know
go
if
somewhere.
if he's going to Air Force though.
Right.
Yeah.
This might interfere a
This
little
might,
bit.
I think
put a
it's
little
gonna.
speed bump in the plans there.
Yeah.
And then Haley's walking home. I don't know why she's alone, but she's walking
Right?
home
I
alone.
know. What happened to
Where's your
Deb?
car, honey? Like, Deb
Yeah.
just left you. What's going on? Or maybe she's just walking to clear her head.
Right.
And then she sees missing dog posters
Right.
covering Nate's
Aw.
poster.
I
And she
felt
starts
really
ripping
bad
them
for
all
her.
down. Oh, God, that's horrible.
Yeah.
And then we have Brooke is at the cafe, and Julian comes, and they're talking about, the fact that she needs to call him if he shows up again, and how sexy it was when he protected her.
and she
like,
said, "I handled it.
I handled
I'm
it.
good now."
And then he's
And they start
lurking.
talking about like Haley and Nathan, like how he's still missing, right? And then like I was like, I just know that he's there.
He's lurking, and he was. He was
And
in the door again. And then Julian goes to run after him, and he's
He's
gone.
not there.
He's just so fast.
He's the
so-
new Dan. He's the new
Yeah.
lurker.
He's so annoying.
Lurker Junior.
He is annoying.
He is annoying. Now. Dun, 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 dun.
God.
Okay, here we are.
Oh my God.
Clay makes a breakthrough. He starts remembering. The doctor's really telling him to think of the day. So we get quick little shots. We have Clay. We have, what's her name?
Sarah.
Sarah, dead.
We
And
keep
then
going.
we start connecting airplanes, mobile with airplanes.
Yeah. And I'm like,
And then wait,
Huh.
hold on. You guys said, wait, is he?
I said,
you
oh
thought
my
she was
God, She
pregnant.
must have been pregnant when she died. That's what I was thinking. So how devastating that he lost her and the baby.
And I thought this was
And then
him
even
as a child.
As a child.
As
so then
a
we were taking it
child.
as him as a child.
dealing with shit. And then I was like, wait a minute.
And I was
is
like,
this his kid?
Right. It was the
And
furthest
then-
from my mind.
And then it's not officially confirmed until they pan back and
And it
you
says
see
Logan.
Logan written on the. But they gave you nuggets. I don't know if you caught all the nuggets leading us from the moment he met Logan.
well, I mean, they had very similar interest and things.
Both with the
like,
planes.
Yeah.
Logan is his favorite superhero.
Right. No, totally get that.
They both lost the parents. They talked
Right.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
Which he
his
technically
age.
did.
His age is the same as how many years ago that
Right.
she died.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay,
I
he's-
didn't pick up on that.
Because he said he was
Five.
five, right?
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
So
More like
and
10, but yeah, he's
yeah,
5.
and she, that was 5 years ago. So Clay is like 30.
Right, because he said that she was 25 when she died.
Right.
So he's 30 now. Confirmed. How
Confirmed.
old Clay
Him
is
and Quinn
finally.
are our age.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then we find out that Logan is
and he's
his
staring
son.
at Logan. Logan's staring back at him, and he's like, "Clay, what's happening? Where are you going? What are you doing?" And Clay just leaves.
Well, I don't know if that happened yet, but yeah. Did that happen yet?
Yeah, that did.
Yeah,
It's
he
all
just,
one
you see
scene.
him walk out.
yeah. Okay.
And he confronts the doctor. He's like, "How come you didn't tell me? How could you do this to me? This whole time you knew he was my son." And he's like,
Yeah.
"We did try to tell you. You kept blocking it out.
That's crazy.
Her parents kept trying to tell you, and you just wouldn't listen. You didn't believe it.
So has Logan then been with maybe the grandparents?
Maybe the grandparents
Like,
in and
because
out of this place.
They make it seem like he kind of lives here sometimes because he's like a troubled little boy that has to, talk to someone because his parents are dead. Like,
But is it just coincidence that Clay ended up at the same place? But I guess there's only
no,
one
I guess they just brought
Small
him,
town.
institute.
or they brought him in because they thought that this was going to be the best thing to trigger his memory. Like, I don't know. I'm a
But
little
if that's
confused.
the case, no, because then didn't Logan say he sometimes comes here on and off?
Yeah. So
So
I
they wouldn't
guess
have
it's
just shipped him in
the-
to trigger
yeah.
a memory.
Right. It's just the Tree Hill
This is so
Hotel.
weird.
It's weird. No, it's
So he just totally blocked that whole
block
thing
thing.
out.
The whole thing out
And
that he has a kid.
that
For 5 years.
Wow. For 5 years.
But wait, so Sarah was pregnant.
she must have
No,
already.
they had the baby.
They had the
He-
baby.
Oh, they
The baby.
had the
That's
right,
why the
okay.
baby was in the crib. He was.
Yeah.
How old do you think
I
that kid
don't-
was? Like about
If
under a year.
Yeah,
under a
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Yeah. They already had a kid.
They had the kid.
Yeah.
But so
Logan was an
that's-
existing baby that he was taking care of and had with Sarah, and it was a family of 3.
Wow. I was not expecting it. I mean, it makes sense.
Would you rather it be his kid or a ghost kid? Which storyline?
Ghost kid.
Right.
At least that would make more sense, I think.
Really?
Right? Like to help him on his journey and then
Yeah.
disappears into the
Yeah.
abyss.
Clay's going through some shit. He imagines a ghost kid.
Right. I mean, yeah,
Instead, we're going to give him a
that's-
fucking child.
that was
Got
more
a real
believable
kid.
to me
Oh.
than a real kid.
He's a real
He's
boy.
a real
A
boy.
real boy.
So yeah, Logan is his son.
Wow.
I didn't see it
Wow.
coming.
Did not totally threw me.
Because at one
Totally.
point I was like, if these bitches fucking guess that he's
No,
the kid,
there
this
was
is
no-
something that no
No.
one saw coming at
No.
all.
No.
so-
No,
no.
because it would make sense that this kid just helps Clay figure out what the hell is wrong with him.
Like,
Yeah.
he related to him.
Right. he related
connected
to
to
him.
him.
Right.
But the fact that the whole plot of it was that it's actually his son.
Yeah.
But
No, never saw that coming. No.
continuing forward, though, they're not just going to hand over this kid.
No.
Hey, here's your dad.
But it doesn't even seem like he doesn't want the responsibility of this.
Well, he
He's like, can't even think
yeah,
about
but-
it.
Well,
First-
imagine
I mean,
getting
this-
no.
bombarded. Hey, you see this 5-year-old? He's
this yours.
Yeah.
Here you go. It's your DNA. There you go. It's yours.
Yeah.
Take him. Yeah, no. He can't even. But then again, it's like what are we on episode 8? 5 weeks left?
So
Are we gonna develop him to like eventually adopt this kid in 5 weeks, or
I
he's
mean,
just gonna
maybe
like
that's
kinda,
where him and Quinn's
Quinn-
storyline goes.
That's it.
They get engaged and adopt this kid, and Clay's reunited with his. And maybe, I mean,
I can see
Obviously,
it.
Well,
he's
Clay
gonna-
technically doesn't have
Doesn't
to
have
adopt
to.
him.
Quinn would have to, I guess.
right.
Adopt.
Well,
It is his child.
no, I know.
Become like his adoptive mother if she wanted to.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Because technically, I guess.
because it's his kid.
No, I know that. But
crazy.
I don't know if he hands it over the rights in his own
Yeah,
mental
maybe
state.
he did.
Right.
Yeah.
If you sign papers to another family, technically that kid is that
right,
family.
right.
True.
Yeah, so I guess we'll find out.
But I guess Sarah's parents don't want anything to do
I guess
with
not, since this kid has
in this home
in
bounces
this,
around.
Right. Yeah, that's so sad for this little boy. And obviously he doesn't know that Clay is anywhere near who he is. I mean,
Yeah.
he thinks his parents died when he was very young. Which
But
guess
yeah.
I guess he has literally no memory of.
And I guess Clay doesn't remember working with this doctor either.
Right?
No, he's blocked out everything.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, because he doesn't remember Sarah's parents telling him, you have a child that you
Right.
need to take care of.
Yeah.
He was like, no. And just kind of,
Wow.
that's when he left and went off.
Can't wait
and-
for Quinny to hear this.
Right?
All right, but
All
then
right.
Moving
Chase
on
was
to
going
one.
in the cop
Yeah.
car.
Chase gets arrested for battery,
Yeah.
manslaughter. We're not sure.
We don't really know at this point. But,
But he's covered in blood, and then he gets looks from
He's
Chuck's
like, it
mom
looks like he's
and
got like
Chuck.
steam coming out of his nose,
and he's just like
and,
shaking.
and Chuck is
just,
looking at him like, bruh,
bruh.
I'm not okay with this.
A little scared.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he went in and technically was protecting Chuck, but that's still
But that's
Chuck's
still-
dad.
Yeah, it's Chuck's dad.
And seeing someone you look up to with a crowbar beating up your father is kind of traumatizing.
yeah, for sure.
For a child. Clay's home, and Quinn shows up.
Nothing you say is gonna change.
No, but he's like, so I got that breakthrough you were waiting for.
yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
Like
It's like, whoa,
she's
Calm
like,
down.
"Are you okay?"
don't get nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's almost like he's blaming her. Like, you made me go through this. Did you get that vibe?
No, I
Just
just
the way
he's
he
just-
worded it.
I think
Right.
he's probably just blaming everyone but himself right now.
yeah.
Yeah. And then we have my favorite scene.
Yeah.
Haley goes to Dan and says, "Tell me what you know."
Yeah, and closes the door.
And at
behind
first she
her.
says, "Nate, please forgive me."
Yeah.
"Yes."
I'm like, I don't think Nate's gonna be mad if you're going to Dan to
Find
try and
him, yeah.
help find him.
At this point.
At this point,
I think
Nate
he'd
needs-
understand.
Yeah, I think he'd get it. But she opens the door and he's just chilling in his chair, like with his
Haley?
maps, and he's like, "Haley, tell me what you know." And she goes inside.
I mean, he's the only one that's doing anything about it
and making progress.
and making
Yeah.
progress. Yeah, so she has to.
And especially when everyone around you suggests you go to speak with him.
Yeah, it's
Quinn,
like, all right, at this point, you have
Brooke,
nothing else left to lose.
Julian.
Yeah.
you know,
Everyone.
Everyone.
Deb.
is
Everyone's
building
telling her.
up Dan.
building him up to
Which
take
I had
him away.
I had the
Michelle had the moment today.
the
She's
clarification.
Like, oh, wow.
Yeah,
Just that
it
he's
hit
gonna
you.
die. It hit me. Especially because he had that scene with his friend in prison about redemption.
Yep.
I know.
It's like, see you in hell. Save you a seat.
I'll save you
I
a
was like,
seat.
No, it's coming.
Yep. It really is.
Sad.
Man.
We're going to build him up. And he's going to do a great thing. And we're just going to bring him down.
Are you guys disappointed that you know that it's coming?
I feel like at this point I wouldn't know if I would predict that he's going to redeem himself and him and Nate are going to have like an okay-ish relationship, or if I predict that this is how his doom, like this is how it ends for him. Like either way, I feel like
I always
could
knew he
predict
was
it.
going to die.
Yeah.
Just because of the way his story
His
has
character
gone.
is.
They would have to kill him. It would make, or he just disappeared. Like we never saw him again.
Right. Which he
know?
did for a
He
while.
did, yeah.
He did, yeah.
It would be that open-ended. What happened to him? He
Like
might
most
as well
parents.
be dead. Like most parents,
Like
they go to the
Trio.
island.
Yeah. They go
Yeah.
to Royal Island.
Yeah,
Royal Island.
but redeeming himself, I don't know. But I think that's what season 9.
Yeah.
They came back
The
like,
whole
oh,
thing
let's do
is
this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we take a break?
Yeah, we could take a break.
Take a break.
Bye. Winc promo.
Right off the top.
Welcome.
Straight into it.
Yeah.
In case you were wondering, this is a Winc promo.
Yeah, we're here to tell you about Winc.
We
And a
love Winc.
Sweet discount of $22 off your first order.
22, not 20, 22.
I know.
They wanted to give you $2 extra off.
How sweet is that?
And we're hooking you up with it.
4 bottles of wine delivered to your door.
Free shipping.
Take a little quiz, find out what kind of wines you like, and they send it to you.
Our line that's on the way is Summer Water.
Oh God, I
This
cannot
rosé
wait.
that
I'm
we've
so
been
excited.
talking about it.
So I'm so excited.
We're getting a white and then a Malbec.
We love all wines.
We do.
We
All
don't
wines.
discriminate.
In case you were wondering.
But yeah, if you're a wine drinker, I think you should check it out for sure. Who doesn't like getting things shipped to their door? Don't go to the store. Don't go to a liquor store.
Yeah.
Or the supermarket if you have a cool state that lets you buy
yeah,
wine there.
we don't have that.
We have
No,
to
we don't.
specifically
It's kind of
liquor
cool
stores.
that stores do have that though.
Yeah. But you
Makes
don't even
it
have
easier.
to go there. You could just use Winc.
Yep.
And if
Easily.
you don't drink them, which I'm sure that you will, you can always give them as presents. Or you're going to a nice summer barbecue. Hey, I brought a bottle of wine from Winc.
Lovely.
What a nice present. 4 bottles
It
of
is a
wine.
nice
You
present.
only spent like $20-something and you got it
Yeah.
free shipping and didn't even have to go to the store.
Right?
Perfect.
I kind of want to make a new profile. Use our code.
Use our
and gift
code,
this
but
and
we'll
be-
do it individually.
Yeah, and give the best gift ever.
That's a good idea. Something to think about.
Link is down below, guys.
Enjoy.
As always,
Bye.
bye.
And we're back.
Welcome.
We hope you enjoyed that lovely little break. Ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay,
We're
let's
ready.
start off with Tish and her
Lovely
trivia.
trivia.
That'll never not be fun. Okay. Barbara Allen Woods returns after a 3-year absence
It's been 3 years
since we've seen Deb.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, when we saw her. When
She
did
was
we
sleeping
I mean,
with Skills.
that was the last time we saw
The
her.
clown party.
Yeah, I remember that.
Creepy.
It was so funny.
During this time, Allison Munn and Scott Holroyd were having a baby, and they wanted Allison back, so they wrote the pregnancy into the story.
Funny.
This was a goof on their part. Nathan is said to be 6'4" on the missing person flyer, though it has been previously stated he's only 6'2". This episode is named after a song and album by Coldplay.
Oh.
And this is the third episode not to feature Nate.
Right.
And that's about it.
Cool.
Cool.
We didn't see Mouth and Millie again.
Yeah. Or
Don't worry.
Jamie.
Or Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least we kind of know.
Well,
what
I mean,
they
we
are.
have
What's going on with them?
we have people finding out they have
There's
kids here.
A lot of things going on.
True.
Chase committing battery. It was a busy episode.
Yeah.
It was a
it's
busy
too much
episode,
happening.
You know.
Yeah.
Do we want to do favorite, least favorite characters?
Okay.
Sure.
Ooh, that's
All right.
so hard. Oh.
Damn.
Right? It's so hard.
There's so many people. I'm running through.
Oh,
Man,
right,
a lot
me
of people
too.
did things.
A
and
lot of
I'm just
people
like,
did things.
okay.
I know.
I
I
have
think
a
I have it.
But then they
Favorite.
did things too.
I think I have a
I
favorite.
have a favorite character.
And an honorable mention.
And then yeah.
Okay. We
Honorable
could do that.
mention.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing honorable mention first? Or
Let's do favorite.
Favorite
first.
character
Okay.
first.
Favorite. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Dan.
Chase. Okay. So me enlisted Dan.
And you did Chase.
And you did
did.
Chase.
Okay.
Chase, I was going back and forth, but then I'm like, he took it a little too far with the crowbar.
But
Yeah.
But like his intentions were.
right.
It was the first time in a very long time where I'm like, okay, Chase.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
When he first went there to the house.
And
yeah.
and just his
Concern.
right, talking to Chris, and I appreciate that. And I haven't, Chase has definitely never won something for me.
No. He's never been
No.
favorite.
Okay, honorable mention?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honorable mention. 3, 2, 1.
Haley.
Chase. Oh, Chase was my honorable mention.
Okay. And Haley is,
Yeah.
because I feel she was
I mean,
going to
Joy.
be my
I was going to say
favorite.
Joy in general because she just moved me to tears. So she's amazing. But
Yeah.
just Haley and how she's
feeling.
Yeah.
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 I don't know how I would
Kicking
be.
down
like
coffee
she's
machines.
I
the fact
would
that she's
not
function
yeah,
like
I would be on the
functioning
floor.
and
I'd be
Yeah.
on the floor.
Yeah, no, I would expect the part where she said, this can't be the last time we speak.
Yeah.
And there's no way this is the last thing I learn about you.
yeah.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like,
I know that really hit me.
Horrible.
Because again,
Could you find her speech?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I want to absorb it
Yep,
more
yep, yep,
now,
yep.
even though it like killed
Yeah.
me to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I got you.
Do we have a favorite outfit?
Okay, I
maybe?
have it. Do you want me to read
yeah,
it
go
now?
ahead. That was quick.
Okay. Because I already have the site open.
Oh, thank y'all.
It's long, so bear with me here. Nathan, from the second I heard those words, we found a body, my heart sank. I couldn't move, I couldn't think. And now that I've managed to at least move, all I can think about is one moment you and I shared years ago. Over and over, that same insignificant moment repeats in my head. I can't tell you why. It was your birthday, your first year playing for Maryland. Jamie must have been 2. You said you didn't want to do anything, but I insisted on at least having your favorite ice cream. Do you remember this? When I brought back mint chocolate chip and you asked why I thought that was your favorite. I was so confused. Anytime we had gotten ice cream together, that's what you always chose. But you told me Rocky Road was your favorite. And you looked at me so tenderly. Nathan, and you said you always chose mint chocolate chip because you knew it was my favorite flavor. And that's when I realized for the first time that you hadn't been making any of your decisions for yourself. You were doing everything for me all along, for your family, and it occurred to me that we still had so much to learn about each other. And since then, Nathan, I've learned about the wonderfully selfless, humble, strong man you are. Nathan, I can't hear that you'll never come home again, that I'll never learn something new about you again, never experience your selflessness, your love, your warm touch again. Nathan, please, have we really had our last conversation, our last kiss? I don't know what I'd do. Please.
God.
Yeah.
Powerful.
So heavy, man.
Yes.
Thank you so much for reading that.
Of course.
Yes, thank
Anytime.
you.
Yeah. Oh God, that whole scene, I just killed me.
Yeah, it was a
Killed
lot.
me.
Yeah.
Outfits.
Outfits. I
don't
mean,
know-
I can't even think. Right? Like
I liked Haley's simple black pants,
the
tank,
sweater,
and then the cardigan. the
cardigan.
tan.
Yeah. I had a few cardigans like
I'm
that.
just going to give it
in
to
my
Dan
day.
and his black
Me
tea.
too.
I mean the black V-neck.
Love the
course.
black tea. Yeah.
Love black
Just,
V-neck.
love-
that's all I keep thinking about. Not
too.
going to lie.
It's great.
Traps.
Yeah.
Traps
Yeah.
on
Do we have a
traps.
least favorite character? Do we want to talk
Yeah, I have
about?
one.
I think I have it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Xavier. Oh.
You say Clay?
I said
She
Clay.
said Clay. That's
I
okay.
because I didn't count Xavier because I was thinking
Yeah.
actual cast.
Uh-huh. Well,
All right. Well,
Yeah,
I
I
spiced
mean-
it up. No, I just didn't like how he reacted. Well, no, I get it because
Sure, yeah.
of course. But then part of me is like, come on, Clay. Like,
I see a lot of
stop running away
places-
from your I would just every time he walked away from the doctor,
I know
I
that
just
was
kept
annoying.
it was just frustrating. And then he just walks away when I get it. 100, I would probably walk away too. But just seeing it and watching it, I was like, come on.
Can you confirm something for us?
Sure.
We were talking about this earlier. It's really been it's been a week. Never mind, I just confirmed it because Haley said it's been a week.
Oh, she does.
No, because earlier we were saying we're like, wow, so it's
only been like 3
8
days.
episodes, but
Yeah.
it's been like 4 days.
Yeah.
So every time the Clay scene, because I know we're just like, come on.
It's only
Get
been
to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It's only been
A couple of days.
a couple of days now. We know it's a week. So it's slow moving. And we were saying this whole season is
It's
probably going to
short.
be 2
in the
weeks,
span of if that
3
2
weeks,
weeks,
Yeah.
a month.
if that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That was it.
And so we were also talking too. We're like, wow, so is Mouth gonna end the series fat?
Yeah, Mouth is gonna be fat.
There's no way he could lose that much weight.
Yeah,
in
I
one
mean,
week.
it'd be weird if in a week he's skinny. Be like,
Yeah.
that doesn't make
That
sense.
makes no sense.
That'd be really weird if they
right.
did
Oh
that.
God, that would really be unrealistic. But
Did you guys have a favorite quote?
I
Tell me what
wrote-
you know, Dan.
Yes, I wrote. There's that son of a bitch.
Yeah, I liked that.
And then, are there girls in your clan?
Yeah, I think that's all I have really. I've got the skills.
I've got the skills. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I liked when Deb says, he's all I have. And then Dan goes, I'll get him back. I'll make everything all right again.
Yeah.
Again, it's just
Dan!
he's going to make it all right again, and then he's gonna die.
And then it's just going to be real sad.
I have a question from Chick. She says, on a ridiculous level, what is the ridiculous level of Clay's storyline? And are you happy that Deb is back?
So
Well,
happy
obviously,
Dan
yes.
is back. Deb is back.
Deb is back.
Yes.
But
Can you tell I have
course.
Dan on the
I
brain? I'm
know-
like, Dan?
I know I see a lot of tweets and things of people, they were like, this storyline for Clay is just so random. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I mean, we really focused a lot on him this season. Like, I mean,
Wait, Clay?
yeah, Clay.
Sorry.
Like,
yeah.
not so much Clay. I mean, Clay in the beginning, but it's really Clay because Clay has this issue of him, the sleepwalking, and now he's finding out he has a son. I mean, who would have thought that this character would get so much airtime?
I know.
Right?
Well,
like,
we've talked about this on a couple episodes ago about, was this the plan all along?
right. Did they have to do something different because people weren't on the show? And
Yeah. Was
so
it right?
I wonder.
We're gonna make him have this memory or this condition, and then bring upon this,
Yeah, like-
and with someone just like, you know what? Let's make him have a fucking kid.
Right? Let's just throw that in the bunch.
Let's pretend
just
it's a
throw that in
ghost
there.
child for a little while.
Yeah. I'd like to know, maybe eventually we can find out like
The
where-
inspiration.
the inspiration or
Yeah.
like what, if they had to change storylines because of some things or I guess inspiration
Well, think
for what
about
it
it.
was.
Let's say
Sully's trying to
was-
hit a bug. It's really funny.
this was not the storyline. Maybe
What else would they do with them?
we'd be focusing on them getting engaged and being lovey-dovey.
Mhm.
And
They needed drama.
They
yeah,
needed
which
drama.
Michelle and Liz do not want.
Yeah.
Lovey-dovey.
So I kind of will take this
Yeah, that's how I
over
feel.
the lovey-dovey.
Yeah, same.
Wow.
I feel
know.
that way too. I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting.
It's weird.
It's weird, but I'm kind of
I'm
on the
okay.
train. I'm on the train a
Me
little bit.
too.
Wow.
I'm curious to see how this goes.
Yeah,
And I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
I don't know if I like it. I'm
know,
kind
But
of
you don't hate
I
it.
can't decide either.
I'm
Maybe it's
taupe.
because Logan is just so cute.
He's so
Yeah.
cute.
He's a good sell. He's a
He
good
really
is.
is adorable.
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen to Chase?
I mean, what happened to Chuck's dad?
Or what happened to Chuck's dad?
I don't think
I don't
Chase
think
is going to
his
the Air
dad.
Force.
Yeah, I think it's like he's bar manager again. Like there's no way that they're
Well,
gonna
is
let
he gonna
him.
be in jail?
Maybe. I think
Yeah, I mean because technically, it definitely wasn't self-defense. I
Nope.
mean, he was protecting someone else, but
yeah, but they can't prove that.
they have no way, of proving
unless
it.
Chuck I don't know,
Says speaks up. Maybe this is gonna be a thing. Where
And I'm
like
pretty
now,
sure his mom gets beat too.
Yeah, she's afraid of him for sure. You can see it.
So I
So
don't know.
I'm hopeful that I kind of don't.
Oh gosh, would Chase really
care.
murder him? Is this
No.
guy dead?
No, he's not dead. He can't be a murderer. Chase isn't
Can
a
you
murderer.
imagine if Chase is the murderer?
You can't have two dead moms. He's not the murderer.
There it is.
No, remember who we talked when Haley had to go identify the body. I was like,
Yeah, or
wow, let's
Peyton.
talk about people who've been in morgues.
when
Had to-
Peyton had to identify her possible dad, Larry number
Right.
1, dead, but it wasn't.
it's just
Crazy.
I was totally
a high
in denial.
schooler driving by themselves.
Yeah, I was totally in denial about that though too. Even though I was just like, I know it's not her dad. They're not going to kill her dad.
right.
And luckily it wasn't him, but
No,
you know,
it
it,
wasn't.
it could have been him.
Larry
Yeah.
too.
Remember
Larry
that? And Lucas, that was when Lucas and him they shared their first kiss and like
Kissy kissy time.
not first kiss, but like first like real kiss,
I don't
right?
remember that.
And he cheated on Brooke
in the hotel.
in the hotel. Remember?
Yes, now I remember.
that was a great
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss that a little bit.
Hey, listen, season 9's great.
Season 9 is great. It's just so
It's
different
so
than
good.
Yeah. It's a complete 180 from season 8.
It's like the
We're
same
back to
show,
One
but
Tree Hill.
yeah, we're back to
Right.
One Tree Hill. It's just like a little bit of different characters involved,
But it's the same like drama.
but it's the same. Yeah, craziness.
Do you hate the Clay storyline?
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
Not crazy
I
about
mean,
it.
he was your least favorite. How did
Yeah.
you feel when you first watched it?
When I first watched it, I was like, what the actual fuck?
yeah,
Because at this point, I was like, just watching the show because I was so dedicated. The only thing holding it together for me was like Dan and, you know,
Haley.
Haley. But like the Clay storyline, I was like, well, okay, this is ridiculous.
Far-fetched.
Far-fetched and out of left field
Yeah.
and not expected. But I think I was fueled by everyone else hating it at the time. Like now I'm just like, whatever. It's a crazy story.
I could imagine watching.
But like when
real
everyone,
time.
like real time, everyone was like, what the fuck? Like what kind? It just, you know, it just felt like it was just like thrown in there. Like,
Yeah.
let's give him a kid. And,
yeah, it was.
but now watching
Definitely.
it, you know, that's fine.
Isn't it weird how, depending on how you watch a show, your reaction will be different?
Yeah.
When you binge something on a streaming and you're just one episode after the other, you don't have
Yeah.
really time to marinate. And then watching it in real time, I can imagine this is being dedicated to the show, and then this is what they
Right,
bring.
yeah.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's how I felt.
But
I was-
also, like, I'm not invested in Clay, so like, either way, I'm like, okay, whatever
Yeah.
your storyline is, it is what it is. Like,
yeah.
But imagine watching the show at real time and not knowing it's going to happen, or you know, watching the show for 9 years.
9 years. I
That was
know.
me.
Yeah,
9 years straight. Because I started the show when it aired.
Yeah.
Like pilot. Crazy.
So,
Crazy.
wow.
Not so. Any we want to
Do you
throw
want to do a
in
gentle prediction?
gentle predictions for next week?
Do you
Gentle.
think we're gonna get Clay telling Quinn, or are we gonna pick up where Quinn already knows?
Oh.
Oh, like if you're gonna see the scene of him
Yeah.
telling her?
I feel like
Could go either way.
it could go either way. I would like to see him tell her and
Me
see how
too.
she reacts, but then again, I feel like maybe to save time, they're not going to do
Well,
it.
I would
and-
like
Do you
for-
want the title? For
Yes,
Yes,
please.
please.
We don't-
Every
no
breath-
Googling.
No. Every breath is a bomb.
oh God, they're all the titles just make me worried every time.
Does anyone come back?
Next week?
Last week you told us of
I know. Do you want me to tell you?
Yes, confirmation, yes or no doesn't have.
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's
It's all right. It's okay.
You got 2 back to back though.
No, we did.
totally. We're
like-
fine. We just, you know.
I even gave you Barbecue Dave.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
I know, because it's funny because I forgot that Deb and Barbecue Dave appeared in the same episode. So when I was like looking up to see when they come in the timeline and I saw that they both come back in this episode at the same time, I was like, oh my God, double whammy. This is so exciting.
Can you confirm that we're gonna get a different character coming back at some point, or like this is it for like the guest appearances?
Well, we know about Bevan.
That's true.
Or do you think they just say what happened?
I mean, it's.
I know. I keep having this thought that Mia comes back.
Mia.
Yes, because and I'm going off of just how
She didn't really disappear
and
though,
Tyler
kinda. You know what I'm
tour.
saying? Like we did see her last season. It's not like she's been gone for that long. I'm talking.
I'll
like
confirm that you
OG.
do see someone else does come back.
Okay, that's all I want to know. Like
You will have
wanna
more
get
people
myself,
coming back.
I want to hype myself up about it. Get excited.
It's not over.
Okay,
not over.
It's not
Definitely
over.
That's
not
exactly
over.
what that's what I was looking for.
It's the series finale. Like people will be back.
Yay! Yay!
Wow. Okay, gentle prediction.
Yeah.
I can see Quinn already knowing and telling Haley, but however,
Yeah.
I would like Haley. I would like Clay to verbally say it out loud that he has a son.
Me too. I would like to see
To
it.
Quinn,
That's how I want to see it.
and let's see if he admits it, because he might.
He might just be like, yeah, even brush it off even more, like deny it, not let himself think about it.
I mean, can you imagine Quinn being like, "I'm sorry, what?"
I think she's
What?
probably like, because they were literally just talking about it, her and Brooke, about children, and yeah, you know, if it happened, oh well, like we'll kind of deal
Yeah.
with it. So it's kind of like, well, here's a child.
Yeah, but how about the fact where it's like, oh,
It's a grown
Clay
ass child though.
just blocked it from his
Yeah.
mind?
That's the scariest part.
That
of
is
it.
very scary.
You know, him having the child, maybe not so scary, but the fact that he was able to block 5 years out of his memory.
Did he not have to pay child support?
I guess not. He's obviously
They're like,
not
oh, he
with
doesn't
it.
remember the kid. Let's just let it slide.
Yeah, like he must. I don't know how
that's the
that
thing that's
worked.
kind of like not believable about
Right,
it.
right,
It's the fact
exactly.
that
so
like,
far-fetched.
oh, this father isn't responsible. Like literally his wife died and the child is now an infant left alone. But he doesn't remember, so
Right. Yeah.
let's not worry about
It
it.
doesn't make sense, but hey, I'm here for it.
But
Whatever.
I'm here for
I
it
mean,
too.
obviously you'll get more details as we
Right.
go along.
All right.
So
I'm curious to see how we put this all together.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. Actually,
Me too. Yeah.
I'm most excited for that because it's selfish that I don't want to actually have to see Dan die. So
Same.
I'm like, let's just go into this stuff first.
when do you think that's happening?
Like last 3 to 2 episodes.
I mean, there's only 5 left. So.
Okay, so
In 2
not in
episodes.
2 episodes.
Two?
In 2 episodes. If not 3 episodes.
Do you want all the titles? Or you want to do
No.
title by title?
Week by week.
Week
Yeah.
by week. That's
'Cause it
too dangerous.
influences our
It
thoughts.
does. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if we do this, there's 5 episodes left.
God.
If we think Dan's going to die in 3,
Yeah.
that means we're not finding Nate for 3 more episodes, and I feel like we're pretty close.
I know. We are close. You're
Not,
right.
Not that close, but I don't know if we're 3 episodes away.
Right.
So maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe 2. Yeah, because like how long can they drag this out? Like what's
Right.
going to happen in between that it's going to prevent us from going to find Nate?
Right.
I don't know. Yeah. Ugh. Do we have anything else segment-wise to do?
No. I don't
Shout
know
outs?
if we're
Yeah,
making
shout
the cast into any weird
Oh, do you guys have anything?
objects
I didn't
and
think,
things.
I didn't
I
think
didn't
about
even
it
think
this
of
week.
it.
Yeah,
But you
that's
guys let us know if you want us to do something next week.
Yeah.
Um,
If you want us to compare the
inanimate
cast to
objects
things.
and things.
Make them plants or crayon
Plants.
colors.
Ooh, crayon colors. That's a good one.
That is a good
Want me to
one.
write
do,
it down?
Yeah, let's do that one
Yeah.
for next week. That would be really fun.
Crayon colors? Okay.
Ooh, I love that.
Like the
the
200 pack
yeah,
of
like
Crayolas.
the Crayola. Like you can get real in
Like
depth.
real
Like Royal
descriptive.
Scott would be royal blue.
Oh, I got
There
so
it
ex-
is.
I got so excited.
There he is.
Oh my god,
The
so
best
much
Scott.
fun. The best Scott. Royal Scott.
Imagine, okay,
What Nathan
Royal
R.
is the
Scott?
one that actually saves Nate. Just say. and then kills his son Dan.
Oh my god, you killed my
You know
son
what?
Keith. Boom.
That would be pretty perfect.
Right?
I'll full circle for 2 years or
you
hoping for
imagine?
this.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Oh, Royal.
Royal Scott.
Royale.
Royale. No, I was going to say if we made up crayon colors based off of
Oh,
so
that's
like
even better.
Royal Ravens blue and Karen's Cafe red and our own
Okay, we
box.
could do that. We could
Let's
do
do
that.
that.
2-part.
Two-parter
All right, let's do
episode.
We'll do that. So we're going to make our own Crayola crayon names
Yeah, fun. Ooh, I love this.
based off
based
of
on the characters.
characters.
I think
We'll have to
That's a lot of
discuss
fun.
the extension of how many characters we're going to
Yeah.
do too.
You know.
Make sure we cover all of them.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We're real quirky on this podcast.
Yep. Here we,
Yeah, sorry, I just hit
we
myself
just
in the
slam our faces onto our
Um,
mics.
We have a few things to shout out
Cool.
today.
Cool.
Today.
Today we have a new pledge, Crystal. She also sent us a very nice, lovely message on Facebook.
Thank you
just
so much.
Reaching
Hey,
out.
girl.
Thank you for reaching out. We love when people reach out to tell us how long they've been listening.
Hint, hint, wink,
Hint,
wink.
hint, wink, wink. We love emails.
The
We
best-
love
yeah.
anything.
treehilltalk@gmail.com. Send us your emails. Let us know how you found the podcast.
Yeah.
When you listen to us, like, what are you doing? Are
What
you
it
driving?
means to you. Write us
Yeah.
a little essay.
Yeah.
What
3
One Tree Hill
paragraphs.
means to
Yeah.
you.
200 words or less.
Also on SoundCloud, Alicia Johnson Cole liked our track from season
Cool,
6,
thanks.
episodes 1 and 2. Remember we used to do 2 episodes at a time, guys?
How did we do that?
How?
Right?
And it's still, the podcast was almost as long, just as long.
Yeah, I don't know how we did it.
Well, because now we added the segments, I guess, so it's like it kind of
Right.
stretches it out a little bit. But how did we do 2 episodes at a time and
don't know.
comprehend and absorb?
I don't know.
And
I don't know how we did that.
I don't remember even my brain.
Right?
I'm clay. It's like that. I just forgot that.
You were in a fugue state.
I just forgot the whole
I
time for
forgot
2 years.
all of it.
I really don't know how we did
How
that.
did we
though.
function?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
But imagine if we didn't, this podcast would be 5 years long.
It's so
It really
true.
would be,
It really
though.
would be. Yeah, It
We'd
would
be
the
doing
longest
this
podcast
for
ever.
a long
Yeah.
Which
Long
now when you
time.
think about it, why didn't we do that?
Aw.
That's okay, guys. We
It's
still
okay.
have
so many things.
OC and Gossip
And
Girl.
we have 5 weeks left.
Yeah,
We're
we do.
down. We're down to the last 5.
Down to the wire.
Yeah.
Sad, but eventually,
Sad,
but happy.
true.
It's sad, but true.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah. And this past weekend, we went into New York City.
Oh, okay. I did want to bring something up about that. So we went to see Everyone is Doing Great,
Which
the
was
pilot,
Great.
which was created by and starred by Stephen Colletti and James Lafferty. We went. We had a great time. It was awesome. Very funny. We're going to talk about it more later on.
Bonus episode.
Bonus episodes. But we were talking about the fact that we're like, we should have more New York listeners. Like, where are they? But like
Yes.
the 3 of us, right? We were talking about that. I did a little digging.
We do, guys.
We have a ton of New York listeners.
So why didn't you say
ton.
hello?
So if you are a New York listener, reach out.
Let's do a meet and greet, guys.
Whether it's on Twitter or Instagram or email us, treehilltalk@gmail.com. I want to know where our New York listeners are at.
Where are you guys
Yes.
from?
Let us know because we know you're out there. So
We saw you guys.
or even the tri-state area, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Jersey,
Yeah.
Connecticut. Where are you guys?
Let us know. That's all. I just
That's
wanted to say because
that's all.
I did some digging and I was like, oh, you guys do exist.
Do you guys
Yeah.
know? So the festival was the New York Television Festival.
Yes.
Yes.
There is a North Fork Television Festival
What?
in the fall.
Can we go?
I know. I was looking at the dates. It's in September.
Oh, it's gonna be
busy.
tight. It's gonna be tight.
It's gonna be tight. busy, busy.
I was just like talking about it in the car yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm probably not free until January. Because when you think about it, like September is weddings, October is weddings, and the holidays, and it's like,
And
well,
then
then it's January. Okay, sure.
Yeah, and then it's 2019.
That's 2019. Fuck it, whatever.
God
Living my
damn.
best life.
Pretty much my schedule.
But it's fun
That's it.
stuff. Like it's stuff to look forward to.
Right.
We have a lot of things to look forward to this year.
We
the
do.
end of the year.
we
so
sure do.
Definitely.
it's okay. It's all good things.
Patreon.
Patrons. That's it. You know, Patreon. babes.
If you like the show and you would like to support, you can go to patreon.com/treehilltalk, or you can go to treehilltalk.com and click the big support button. We appreciate you guys. We have a ton of you Tree Hill Talk family members over there that lend support each and every month. We really appreciate it. You guys get access to our bonus episodes, our live streams, Michelle and Liz's predictions episodes that go up every single week,
Fun stuff.
and just a ton of good stuff. So if you guys like the show and you would like to lend support, you totally can. And if you can't spare a couple of bucks, you can also just go to iTunes or the podcast app and leave a rating and review.
And we'll read it on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll shout you
We
out.
sure will.
Come on, that's so fun.
That's it.
All right, I'm gonna read the Patreon babes.
Patreon
Michelle, do you have something?
Call roll.
She shakes her head. She's
That
like,
was
that
on the
was
fly.
bad.
That was on the fly. That was on the fly. It's okay. No pressure.
That was
okay.
good, right, Aunt?
It was the right way to say.
It was the right way to say.
What? Yeah, call roll.
That's what. Yeah. Call roll.
What was I supposed? How was I supposed to say it?
No, we'll talk about it later.
Oh,
What?
we'll discuss it
Oh.
later. He says.
Oh, he said we'll talk about
okay,
it
all
later.
right.
Screwed up.
No, I said Cole Raw.
Coal roll.
Coal roll.
Coal roll.
So you're just mixing letters now?
I thought you were just reversing.
Call roll.
That's
Stay
whatever.
tuned for next week.
Yeah. Well,
We'll
you
have
know
it
what?
then.
We'll have a fun one next week.
And when you do a One Tree Hill podcast, you can decide how we do it. Okay.
I did ask for help, but you weren't clear on your execution.
I hope the mic is picking you up.
Right? I hope so,
I really
too.
do. Okay.
Props to Liam, who's actually making his way into here. We almost made the whole
Yeah.
podcast without
No
him going in the
diarrhea.
litter box.
I
So,
I'm
know.
knocking on wood for you.
I'll get this done real quick.
Okay.
THC sponsor, Brandon. We love you, Brandon. Royal Treatment. We have Jessica, Michaela, Joshua, Adana, Nicole, Kelsey, Letitia, Teresa, Rihanna, Caitlin, Kara, Michelle Lee, Mandy, and Alicia. The
Woo,
Trick Team,
snaps.
we have Sangeetha, Allison, and Rebecca.
Yay.
Close Over Bros, Kendall, Logan, Amanda, Kristen, Steve, Sophie, Chandler, Victoria, Ashley, Ash, Jade, Erica, Gwen, Crystal, and Ryan.
Woo.
Key Scott Buy Shop crew, we have Jake, Tevin, Shanique, Jaminica, Jesselyn, yes, sorry. Keegan, Sam, Emily, Erin, and Manon. And then the
Hey.
Ravens, Jill, Savannah, and Monica. My
Woo.
Google Drive was super small, so I had to keep making it bigger and I couldn't read them.
Yay.
Thank you, love you humans. You're the best.
You guys are the best. The secret word of the week is crowbar. So
Nice.
if you made it this far in the podcast, tweet us.
We did
crowbar.
have Hessa. She tweeted us hot. 'Cause that was it last week.
That was the last week's.
It was hot.
So this week is crowbar. So make sure you tweet the word crowbar. Leave it in the comments somewhere on Instagram or
whatever
where
you
else.
want to do. You can message us, whatever.
As long as we see the word crowbar, we know
You're golden.
that you guys are VIPs. That's it. That's all
That's
we
it,
got. We're
guys.
diarrhea free.
Happy
and,
Monday, peeps.
We made it a whole episode without cat
Without
diarrhea.
Kind of a big deal.
It's a big deal. at
Unless
this
he
point.
went in the tub.
We don't know. We'll find out.
We didn't check the bathtub. We're gonna go do that now.
Have a good week.
Bye, guys.